We're gonna bring some old news to the table. Yeah, we're gonna raise debate today, okay? 20 years of the mi novia, mi corazón, she was married. Selena, mi novia means my girlfriend, and mi corazón means my heart. Um, passed away, and I was looking because I was looking for Robert Quivers. I'm sorry, but she's like a Sakata Angel Mama for her slave master, Howard Stern. And what happened was I was looking for because I was trying to show somebody on videotape how she was selling out and defending Howard Stern on racist stuff. He didn't say anything about only Mexican Americans. Way before Selena had passed, actually probably a year before Selena had passed, it was '94 when I saw him on Donahue. And like you heard me videos mention Howard Stern, I said, yeah. At first, I was interested in what he does because I was a teenager at the time, and I wasn't moralistic at the time, and I'm a celibate person, but at the time I wasn't trying not to be celibate, trying to say. So he talked about sex stuff and women and stuff. So I'm like, dang, I want to know about this. So when I saw him on Donahue, and I never forget it was a '94 show. It was going on 14, going on 15 that year in the summertime. And on Phil Donahue's show, and then it came on in the morning. See, Phil Donahue used to come in the early in the morning, like at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, or 10 o'clock with Jerry Sprinkle on to Channel 13 back then. Now Jerry Sprinkle comes on CW Channel 39, but back then he used to come on Channel 13 when he had real serious topics, not about who sleep with who and him by fighting on the show. Okay, then he got money hungry when he started doing that. So back in '94, the horror story. So what happened was, I know there's a lot of white guys on there. No, no, I'm mixed. Okay, I renounced at 14 years, 13 years old, actually 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't bothered when he started mentioning because a friend of Donnie said that in the book Private Parts, if I'm not mistaken, he said that if you want to fantasize about having sex with a black woman, he get a box of Aunt Your Mama and start, jerking off, masturbating. And right there, I said, wait a minute, hold up. And a lot of white dudes in the audience were laughing. And I knew at the time, I said, so yeah, so they had a sister on there by my color, okay? She was an older sister. Said, well, I'm not a white man. I like what he say. And I'm like, sister, please. And he had said a lot of stuff on the air because I'm not in New York. I always want to go to New York, but I'm not in New York. And I just started liking him. You know what I'm saying? I saw the whole half of the episode class where I turned it off and I put it back on to see what they were all saying. And some bald headed sister said, well, if you know, at the end of some other bald headed sister, I don't know if it was Robert, because she had hair then, because I think she went bald. When she short, she had hair in dreads, and now she wearing weave. Or she had her own dress, her own hair at the time. I don't know what it was. But so some woman, it wasn't about because Robert Quivers was short and fat. Talking about you know, I don't bring that up. Reason I mentioned it because she's talking about Linda Ronstadt. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the video's about. And she a bald head then, and she gonna say, I want if I listened to the DVD back in the day, bald head HEW, you know what I'm saying? Forgive me, but I probably said that why she said all that. Okay, she said if you don't like what he's saying, you can always change the channel on the radio, blah blah this and that. And I'm like, sister, he degrading us. Okay, so what happened was I knew that some told me when Selena had died there were gonna be some haters, okay? Especially white racist haters and anybody that's anti-Latino haters. And they heard me, like I said, on my video talking about Jennifer Lopez, about her husband, ex-husband, should I say, trying to say that she exposed a sex tape for her and everything. I was definitely hurt because Selena is the real reason why I listen to Latin music and Tahitian music, Latin music in general, okay? And you already know that when I was I'm talking about my videos that when I was 13, going through the multicultural phase and cross-cultural phase and learn about multiracial roots and stuff like that. Back then, '93, I started listening to Holland music, and at first what got my attention was how beautiful and how exotic Selena was. She had them big Nubian queen lips, okay? So I catch up behind the time. I wasn't looking at all that. I was looking because I like hair, and lips, and everything. And she was, what I'm saying? So I was like, dang, I'm gonna start listening to her. And, so I didn't go into detail there. So I always wanted to see Selena, okay? And there was a bunch of racist, that's why I talk about race. Like, there were a bunch of racist people, but in the people afterwards, seeing the Hispanic community, and some white folks just jumping in trying to tell me what to do, like I'm back in 18 something slavery days. when this black, French, Creole, English, Native American camel skin can do whatever he wants to do. It's not slavery days no more. Let's get that straight now, okay? Martin King fought for us against segregation, okay? So I'm glad that we're not living in segregation. So those who ain't happy, the plane ticket always to Africa. Hello. So, you know what I'm saying? So, point is, when I was hurt, I was very hurt because I wanted to go see her in concert, so I didn't get a chance to go to a Lifestyle Rodeo show back in February when she performed here at the Ashton Ride. It's the NRG building now. It used to be Orion, and I was gonna save up my money. 20 years ago, excuse me, in '95. I was saving all my money at the time before she had died. I said, "Yo, somebody ain't gonna take me. I'm gonna save me some money when I start working." And I'm gonna go get me a car, get me a bus, whatever, and go see Selena. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it go. I don't care who's there. If it's live Latino, it don't matter because if you go to R&B and hip hop, it's be Latino and mostly black. Surrounded. You know what I'm saying? So what's the deal? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't get a chance to see her because big. I can't stand Selena Sandoval. I can't stand Selena Sandoval. I can't stand her. Okay, and so he made a joke about Selena's death, and he made fun. He had gunshots. He was calling racist slurs about Selena. I heard it. Okay, he denied now, but he did, make fun of her Hispanic heritage, her Latino heritage, Mexican heritage. And then they don't apologize. And not only Selena was only had Mexican American fans, she had other Latino fans too now. And there is a lot of Latinos in Nueva York. Okay, Puerto Ricans are the first largest group, Dominicans, and then Mexicans now, because the Mexicans are now, at the time, it wasn't that many, but they were growing, okay, because back in 2000 something, I read that Mexicans are the third largest Latino group in Nueva York. A lot of Latino. So that's not true. Well, you must thought they was a Puerto Rican or something. I actually did my research. Mexicans are in New York are the third largest Latino group there. Second Dominican, and first Puerto Rican, of course. Okay, New Yorkers. Okay, so when he was coming to Dallas, Texas, and coming here, he used to do his book signing for I don't know if it's Miss America or Private Part, whatever. He got a lot of hate mail, and folks were threatening him. Okay, a lot of Latinos, especially those with Mexican descent, was going to do something to him. So he apologized in Spanish and this and that, and said that he's sorry and boo hoo. I mean, it felt like if Rihanna was older then, she sang "Take a Bow," I probably seen that song. Go and take a bow. You just, oh, you just say you're sorry 'cause you got caught, but you put a crying a show. Really had me going. Now it's time to go. Curtains finally go. I forgot she said, "Go take a bow." I love that song from Rihanna, baby. Back in 2008, I love that song. She tell the truth. Anyway, so point is, I was looking for Robert Quivers, whatever her name is, the sister that defended him, going on Sally Show, because I saw his name 6, and she defending, and a lot of Latinos, African American people was upset of her doing that. And, and she was on there talking about people who hate that race, something like that, and Robert Quivers was on the Sorry Just Robert show. So I was trying to look for it, but I popped the video on YouTube, and it was her against Linda Ronstadt. And Linda Ronstadt is a multiracial woman. Everybody thought she was a dark-haired white woman, but finally she came when she started doing Spanish music in the late '80s. I didn't know she did until later on. I found out she started to mention she's part Mexican American. Her mother's white, her father's part white and part Mexican. I think he's mixed with German and English and Mexican. Okay, her grandmother's Mexican. And you can look and tell with that dark hair and them dark features and stuff, she is a Latina. She's mixed. So, and she's not like no Cameron Diaz. So the Cameron Diaz, her dad's mixed too. Okay, Cameron Diaz Cubans. And also I found that, remember on magazines back in the 1990s, when I knew who Cameron Diaz, as a mixed race person, in my roots, I read about mixed race people. Her mother, Cameron Diaz's mother, is also mixed with Native American, besides white and German as well. I mean, English and German as well, and her father's Cuban, and that's a mix right there. He don't feel Spaniard. Come on now, there's some African and indigenous Taino in his background. Come on, let's be honest. So, anyway, so that was on Jay Leno's show, and I can say I would go to about the South Africa thing. I would talk about that as well about Little Ronstadt, but Little Ronstadt started to mention she's Mexican American. Okay, and like I said, everybody thought when she was doing English music, she thought that was a white woman, and she had got hatred from both sides. And I mean, I remember I was in Job Corps, and I remember we was talking about this Mexican American man, um, speaks Spanish. He was born here, but his family, from, I think from white or something. He's one of my RAs. He's a good RA. I like this guy, as a RA. He's like a good father figure in a way, try to say. He was an RA there, older man, very friendly, kind. At first, we didn't get along when I first got there, but then we started to get along. And that's my mi amigo, Migo, Miganote, should I say, big friend, okay? And he told me, he said, yeah, when Linda Ronstadt had came and started fans from a lot of folks not like her music, when her, he told me about this, and I said, yeah, she's mixed, she's part Mexican, part white. She said, yeah, but her Spanish, like he was talking about how I sing Spanish, she didn't sing it with an accent, okay? And when I sing Spanish, I sing it with an accent. I practiced that when I was learning Spanish, because I'm from Texas, and I didn't want to sound por favor instead of por favor. Okay, and when I hang around a lot of Latinos, I caught the accent just and I used to mimic it so I can catch it. So so he was telling me about that her Spanish is not that good when she speaks and sing in Spanish. So anyway, when she was on she was on Jay Leno's show. Jay Leno, and she was uncomfortable to be right next to Robert Quivers. By her being a woman of color and Robert Quivers being a woman of color, defending this white racist man, Howard Stern. And she debated with her on this, and folks were booing her, and you can tell these were white racist folks in the audience. Okay, and now Howard Stern, and I heard I wish there was someone who did go against copyright, and they're gonna put Howard Stern comments about Linda Search. Don't make two, part three, part four, five. Make a dog hold off on video about so you can hold his. We have to keep on clicking and clicking and clicking. Okay, come on now. It was an auto play, but I'm not. You just gotta go get. I'm not gonna try to copy, paste, and put it on my dog on. Hey. So Howard Stern comes and calls her big fat hypocrite, call her bitch. Start talking about what you was ashamed of your Mexican roots, you didn't tell nobody. And let me explain, as a mixed race person, I can understand why. See, the music industry loves, even though we have a lot of mixed race people, and folks don't even know that the artists and the celebrities they look up to are mixed race. Because that one drop rule mess and that blood quarter mess and choose the far side mess politics went to Hollywood as well. And her last name is not Latino. So it's it's a white person, it's an Anglo name, okay? And she's dark hair, so she can pass for a dark hair white woman, okay? But and it's the music industry, the entertainment industry loves to do. So, for example, the reason why I don't get any, I'm starting to get, well, thank God, get casting because I went to audition, and then I'm sure they went to my resume that I have online on Zach, excuse me, um, starsearchcasting.com slash like this, okay, slant Zacarias, okay. I'm sure they saw on my web that I do admit my multiracial roots. And even saying this stuff when we go into LA, I'm going to New York. If I get a chance, I go to New York and compete, which is better because I don't want to go to LA. Y'all know how I feel about LA, okay? So, yeah, they heard me singing Spanish and English. I saw Selena coming out for a little bit of it because it had to be 30 seconds of this. And also, I Still Believe. When it still I still start singing. And I let the whole room with my voice. So, they think about putting me with the agency here in Houston, thinking about having me compete and let me go do audition with this woman again, this nice, good Caucasian woman who's from Dallas, to do a competition in New York. So she'll talk to me. They'll talk to me about it on this Thursday coming up. If I hope I have to work, because I haven't been back to work since then, and I got the papers up. I'm waiting for going to this new position in the department store that I was working at before I got sick. And what happened was, um, I'm just saying, and once I open my mouth and say I'm not pure black, I'm multiracial, it becomes a problem with people because they're not comfortable of someone having more than one and this race in them. You know what I'm saying? And Latinos are multiracial. Okay, they're not pure white. And if a mixed race person with a white person, they still come out mixed. And so when I tell people, I'm talking about Linda Ronstadt, that's why she did not talk too much, but especially in them days. You know what I'm saying? Because, a lot of people, like you hear most of, I know this person was bad, that this and them, and that, and today's society, because back in the day, they pressure you to deny your roots in order to make it. You know what I'm saying? For example, a lot of folks don't know Linda Carter, who played Wonder Woman, is part Mexican too. She's part white and part Mexican. You know what I'm saying? And I used to say, well, wonder she had that jet, beautiful black, long, silky, straight hair. Cause you know what I'm saying. So it is. I mean, there are white folks, like for example, Italian or something, having that dark, straight, long. You know what I'm saying. But still, it's very exotic on her, and you can tell she has something else in her besides white. You know. So point is, when it comes to something like myself, they want, of course, we in America loves to use one drop identity and ideology on people like myself who refuse to go along with it and want to cause us problems when we all we want to do is acknowledge who we really are, not about stupid racist society standards. Okay, I'm not gonna deny who I really am just to make someone else happy. So that's the reason why she not mixing it, because back in those days, you know, mixed race. I mean, remember, we've been mixing for years. I wouldn't be here if there was no mixing. Okay, but people have denied it, and the race society has forced people to deny who they are for white racist supremacy. Okay, that's why they had the blood quantum one drop rule, because they want to acknowledge that this country was already mixed up due to the fact the white man came here and brought and made it mix. Okay, they made the mistake by rape and whatever. You know what I'm saying? No one tell Christopher Columbus in the white settlers like the pilgrims to come over here, in America's where it's not Europe, okay? So and then bring African slaves for I understand that the African slave traders they was honest. I agree with I agree with y'all with your statement on that. I'm not gonna deny that that is true because slavery still goes on in Africa amongst each other. But at the same time, if you know it's wrong to get any human being, white or black, as a slave, you should never do that. You know that's immoral. Slavery is an abomination. Hello? So point is, that beats the argument, okay? And there wasn't no African slave masters. Well, you had some of the free people color, but they weren't at large. Most slave masters in this country were white. Okay, so understand that yes, I mean my fingerprint when I meet some Africans, not all, I tell them that we're racially mixed and like this Nigerian, he knew that, but he tried to use the one drop. I mean, it's the first time he's seen an African use the one drop rule. He showed him an American lie, and he was trying to say, Hispanics. Well, I said no, they're not that racially mixed. And men are mixed with black as well. I have to tell. I said anybody with a mixed background is mixed. Yeah, stop. Here we go, trying to make somebody white or black. Okay. And he was being raised talking about, trying to bring all that fire bull crap and stuff. And I told him, dude, I said, well, you don't like it a lot. We Cocoa African Americans are not pure African. We part white and American. Okay, that's how we got it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we have different shades of color. I had to tell this not dark African Nigerian man about this. He knew that, but he was trying to impose it. I'm like, dude, call me brother. Okay, fine. You don't have to call me a brother because I'm like this. A brother or sister, regardless of color, thinks with the same eye and mindset as I do. If we're gonna be at odds, get out my face. That's how I am with anybody, okay? So I'm not gonna double that and try to pressure myself, let you pressure me to pressure myself to live up to your standards. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what white racist people think. Bye. I don't want to know white racist people who don't accept me for who I am. I'm not gonna even make a rainbow coalition or please send me mess to them. Okay, so that beats the art because these folks try to use it on us multiracial identifiers. They think that we're trying to say we're mixed so we can peace white people. That is not the damn doggone truth. Lord forgive me. That's not true. Okay, I am not gonna please no white person. If that's the case, I'll be denying who I am by saying I'm pure black when I'm not, because they made that rule. No African slave came with one job rule saying, "Master, please make all of us, make the people who black, white." No, black, make them pure black. Please, 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 Master, please. No, that didn't happen. It was a slave master who wanted more slaves, and that's why it was mixing. And not all slave masters, they mixing came from slave rape and everything else, but they were indentured servants from women who were white who was with the slaves who were treated just as bad as the white black people were, and they did mix. Barack Obama's mama is a descendant of that. Okay, and so it's Rhonda Sykes. Her great great grandmother was a white woman who had sex with a slave, and that's when I guess when Virginia, because Virginia stopped at the time period they allowed race mix between marriages between black and white, digital service and slaves. But when they had so much mixing, especially when they had folks coming looking like white folks, through that mixing, they got scared, and that's why they had that one drop rule and try to stop all people from mixing and stuff. Cause they didn't want to see that, okay? And they said anybody who's a slave, who is if they're mixed, if their mother is the origin where they come from. So he said one rule was affected in the Jim Crow days. That is very true. But the origin came from, especially in Virginia, when they said they stopped the race mixing from happening. They had the one drop, the blood quarter. If they one fourth Indian, blah blah, they can't have this, that's rights, and one for Negro, whatever, whatever. They said that too. They also said that anybody whose mother was a slave, because it was, of course, master didn't go to jail for race mixing, of course, rape or seduce or consensual sex. They was a slave too. You get my point? So that's how the origin of the one-drop rule came from. Okay. Then with Jim Crow, after they emancipated slaves, and you had people who did look white, passed as white, and went to white communities and married, that was scary on that part because they want their gene pool to be mixed with black, like it is in what do you call it? In Brazil. Okay. So that's the like or Mexico. Mexico, you don't see no pure me here folks who do look like pure Spaniards, but most of the people down there are racially mixed with either black mestizo, Spanish Indian, or black, white, and Native American, which is Afro mestizo. Okay, so and me to try to hide the African part, but still you see some big lips and wide nose and curly hair and y'all gonna family tree. Sometimes they try to hide as much as they can, But point is, and darker skin too. Okay, but point is that's the reason why how Hollywood, they trying to build an audience. Hollywood is so Eurocentric, and still to this day, trying to act like they're liberal, but they're not all that liberal when it comes to casting. They choose stereotypes. I'm hoping I come in Hollywood, I can change that mess. And I'm not gonna. I'm serious. I'm like Jessica Alba, who also is mixed with white and Mexican. She said she don't want to be typecast. And I don't blame her. I'm glad she said that her. She don't want to be racially typecast and pigeonholed. I don't want to be pigeonholed either. So that's the reason why I wrote her style. So I mean, I'm not saying was ashamed of it, but here, she had an opportunity to be a singer, not a Latin singer, just a singer in the American public, and she's making music in English music, and many of her fans were white. Okay, you had some African American Hispanic folks, and some Hispanic people back then knew, like the older guy, John Core, told me he knew that she was part Mexican. But like her story was criticizing, saying on the videotapes that when her record sales sucked, should I say, what he say, when it went down, she started singing Latin, and even some caller came in, which is what the Chicago guy that worked at Jocko told me, that many Mexicans make fun of her because her Spanish was not that good. Remember, just like the movie Selena with Jennifer Lopez. Remember when her dad said her Spanish, Selena's dad told Selena, we're not going to Mexico because they're gonna make fun of you. You know what I'm saying? I would never call Selena a Portia, but they might call her a Portia. You know what I'm saying? They say she's Americanized, she's whitewashed, blah, blah. They say she has Spanish, so they mess up. Yeah, but it didn't happen. Thank God it didn't. Okay, so that's how they treated Rena Ronstadt. So and like I said, I didn't know she was part Mexican until I reading more about mixed ancestry, and I found I said, oh, no wonder that I heard singing some Spanish music and stuff, and I remember this Mexican American young woman we was boys and girls at the time when we had the Spanish club banquet in Martha Culture Fair back in '97. She sang My Life song by Ronstadt song, and I remember it was at La Marina Mexican restaurant on Fulton. And I never forget, it was the same night when Ella had came out the closet. I don't forget that because I didn't get a chance to watch that episode. I had to go perform and sing the Spanish songs today and that night. So when my girlfriend took me over there on Fulton, the La Marina Mexican restaurant, um, while this girl was singing Ronstadt's song, I forgot what song, when she came was, yeah, the Malachi song. This drunk dude, this Latino guy, was drunk at the bar, and yeah, I was like, dang. I'll forget that was some good old days back in '97. Baby, I miss the '90s, y'all. So I was like, dang. So and we had fun. I had we danced cumbia and stuff, and it was a Mexican lady. She wasn't even part of the banquet. She came in and danced a Macarena with me. We had some good old days. But back in that time, so I see why. So do it here runs back to '95. I think was that this situation happened between her and Robin Quivers. I said Givers. No, Robin Givers is beautiful. Oh, she's beautiful, especially in Rachel Horror. Oh, I would not compare her to Robin Quivers. So Robin Quivers, when she was on Jay Leno and Linda Ronstadt had saying she came out last and she sang her song. And she said that she was offended. She said, I have to agree. Regardless that she performed in South Africa during apartheid, I cannot knock her down for the bashing Howard Stern. And I can't believe his sister was in defend um, uh, this her slave master, should I say, for after what he did, and before Selena had died, he did this. I'm serious. When I saw that comment, he said about if you want to make fantasize having sex with a black woman, he'll go get an Aunt Jemima. I heard it's about 14. Aunt Jemima, cake, pancake mix box and masturbate to it. That's just sick and racist. Okay, so I was very offended about that. I said, "Oh no, no, I ain't supporting this dude." I watched certain clips of him. He was on the E Child being stupid. I said, "Lord, these folks actually look at this." And I mean, it was some weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? For example, I do like this. You know how that I see Thomas Leo's videos. I'm not subscribed to him. But I don't like. I mean, there's some bills he do make sense. There's bits I don't like. He does, especially when he generalizes all sisters. Okay, that's the same way I felt about Howard Stern because there were some, like I saw. I admit that I saw Madonna's, snippet of Madonna's interview on on his show because I want to hear what she. I'm not there to look at Howard Stern, and I didn't watch it on. I watch it on YouTube. I didn't watch it on the dog on TV. I didn't give him no ratings. But I wanted to hear because I'm about stuff what happened in the Hearts tour, her pole hands and blacks and stuff. I'm a big Madonna fan. I told you me and her both share the same birth month, okay, and our birthday's in the same sort of week, okay. So that's how I want to look at it. But I'm not gonna no, I'm not gonna support him. I'm not gonna buy his books. I'm not gonna see his be a Howard Stern fan. I watched it with sometimes with Agent Benza because I used to watch a Geraldo show a lot. I don't like Geraldo too much, and now and I used to when he had the gossip session. I used to admire how AJ Benson would dress. Okay, I'm serious. I mean, because I said when I become famous, me and AJ Benson gonna be going some outfits and shoe shop and everything else because I like the style he was dressed. I admire that. You know what I'm saying? And so I saw him. I said, why he don't hire for Storm Show? So and so that's what I'm saying. That's the time I see him. I remember I watched the fight recently. A fight with him and some other dudes, some other white guy on there. They're about to fight each other. And, I mean, that dude can fight. You know what I'm saying? He's from New York. I mean, I'm not trying to stereotype all the time, but he don't tough. You know what I'm saying? So just like if he was a brother, I'm not gonna say all brothers are tough, but if he's from New York, excuse me, I would say this: New York brothers, New Jersey brothers come out of Houston and try to fight these Houston Texans brothers here. They wouldn't last long. I'm talking about the Texan brothers here. I'm sorry, they would not last long. Okay. I like one brother told me he's Jamaican descent and he's from Jersey. We live in New York. He's some of these two brothers, but we back in Atlanta. I don't forget. He told me these two brothers we about to argue, and they constantly arguing. He said New York, they don't argue. They just start fighting or start shooting. You know what I'm saying? And here in Houston, we argue. You say this, then they get up in the face and then they start fighting. But I heard New York, they just kill you. Beat you up. You know what I'm saying? You say one thing, person ain't gonna say no words, just come in and start jabbing at you. You know what I'm saying? So, and I saw AJ Benza. I said, yeah, he want tough time. I'm saying, so I'm not trying to steer all the time. I'm trying to steer. I'm not trying to people. I'm not trying to stereotype you, okay? But I'm just saying he fit the tough image. You know what I'm saying? So if he was a brother, for the opposite of the same thing. Okay? And I'm gonna say I'm not trying to stereotype brothers as being thugs and things, even if they are upscale. The brothers in New York, if they came down to Texas and fought these Texan country, well, they're not country, but they, Southern brothers here, they wouldn't last long. I'm sorry, they wouldn't last long. I'm sorry, the brothers. I'm talking about the brothers here. Okay, For example, the Cholos, they here that I went to school with in Houston, Texas, they go to L.A. or something. They or Chicago. They went like well, Paso's very gangster, try to say compared to Houston. It's not gangster, but I met true gangsters there. They wouldn't last long. They were on the base. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? They might join gangs, but you put them in Folsom Prison, okay? The brothers and the Latino and the brothers and Latino, they wouldn't last long. I'm sorry, unless they had a mental problem worse than bipolar than me, okay? So my point is that Agent Benson, when he beat that dude on the Howard Stern show, I had to laugh. Shoes. You need to kick him out or something, man. Shoes. So and the last time I seen Agent Benson was on when he was on that Celebrity Fit Club, he got big, okay? But when he was on her Raw show, I admired his style. I said, dang, when I get money, I'm gonna copycat this dude. I mean, I'm saying? I'm gonna buy the clothes, the shoes, everything. I admire everything that he was wearing, okay? So that's how you know what I'm saying. But I don't like her story. I would never. I mean, like I said, I'm with Chris Perez, Selena's husband, when he said that he don't watch America's My Got Talent. America's talking about America's Talent, Howard Stern there. What I'm saying. So and he even cussed on was it on Facebook saying the F Howard Stern. He talked bad about my wife, our heritage. You know what I'm saying. And I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying. This man lost a beautiful woman, his wife, his partner, you know what I'm saying, love and stuff, and you gonna make fun of that. You know what I'm saying. So, I mean, I'm a big Selena fan. So I'm saying I would never, if they asked me to come on Howard Stern show, I'm not coming. I don't care how much money they're paying me. I'm not going. And I seen dudes, like I said, I never forget Snoop Dogg at all. Well, Snoop Dogg at the time. Snoop Dogg and his pimp friends, they was Zibbit, no offense Zibbit, they was on after he was on there. And I did not like the comment. This was worse than Thomas of the York. Here we go, Hollywood Clown Black with Thomas would say. Um, and he was saying, yeah, we gotta tell our women, we gotta pimp the B's, the HOs to get that nappy weave fix. And how start bust out laughing. I said, well, now you don't say that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. You don't go around and first off, they was disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Your hair, I mean, it's a perm, but it's not naturally like this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you might be lighter skin on those older pimp that was with Stu Dog, but I'm like, you don't say that. Come on now. And white men, how should I just laughing like that? You know what I'm saying? And I was offended. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when y'all got offended when Sherry Underwood had came on the talk and said, who wants some nasty nappy hair about Heidi Blim, what her name is, biracial kids, and she had about CEO, you know what I'm saying, hair. And now she says she's sorry, you know what I'm saying? And I do take her apology seriously, okay? So point is, I was like, man, you don't say in front of, you know what I'm saying? You just and I didn't want to everybody screaming Black Lives Matter because we chose not to be just, I'm just saying collectively, but y'all want to put collectivism on the whole race, people of African American descent. Y'all want, that's why we get disrespected. Okay, so that's why I was upset. And going back to Ron Star side, she is right. You know what I'm saying? And on the video, on the tapes that this person who did 5, 7 videos of this documentary episode on Howard Stern, I don't feel like pasting and copying. Y'all gonna look at, you know what I'm saying? He responds, he called her fat bitch. His age called him hypocrite because she went to South Africa to do apartheid. He claimed that he gave money to South Africans, black South Africans, and stuff like that. My question: if you gonna give money to South Africans, then why you over here saying that you gonna, if you use on Donnie Hill show talk about in your book, that if you want to fantasize about have sex with a black woman, you get Aunt Jemima box. You know what I'm saying? You ain't say no Latoya Jackson Playboy bunny nothing like that. You ain't say none of that stuff. You sit there and say get Aunt Jemima thing. You know what I'm saying? And I make picture and start masturbating, jacking off to it. Okay, that was offensive. Okay. And like I say, I wouldn't be shocked to hear and that was his slave, sex slave talking about Robin Quivers. And so, y'all gonna talk about her being apartheid, okay. Um, Except for that, I never seen Run Starside say anything racist about black people. Okay, I do agree that she should have never went to South Africa and performed for the apartheid situation. Okay, but Like I said, she was greedy because she was ready. I mean, I can see that could be true, but I never seen her, even though she did, with a Creole African American descent man, Aaron Neville, he's black, Creole, French Creole, Spanish, and American. This is background, read about his roots of the Neville family of Creole. Okay, he's from Louisiana. Okay, um, and I was Creole. I know about that, and they did do it together, never get, and I love to do it because I didn't know she was Hispanic then, but I was with a relationship not relationship. I was trying to go with this girl who was happened to be Caucasian. She also mixed with Native American and Pacific Islander, and so I was trying to go with her, and I remember that song comes up. I think of me and her. Okay, especially the video. I know I love you. Let me be. Da-da-da. I forgot. I love it. I love that song. I love that song. It's a beautiful duet they did together. So I never seen her say anything hatred towards anti-black, but your behind Howard Stern has. Way before Selena had died, like I say about the anti-mama comment, you said a lot of negative things about African American people, people African American in this country, and you also said something about Hispanic people, especially when Selena had died. You started making talking about chipmunk music and Spanish music, you know what I'm saying? And you talk about, what I'm saying, and making racist stuff about her Hispanic and Latino Mexican heritage. You said all that stuff, and you said you saw it because you got caught. That's what you did, and we got caught up on it. You got sorry. You talking about? I mean, the Mexican Americans that go to your doggone book signing for Robert Quivers, or her name is, in your book back in the names of a bunch. I'm sorry, I said a bunch of pochos. Okay, then if I was Mexican descent, I would never support your behind. I would not buy. I might look at your stupid bills just to see. Oh, that goes on with your show. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you're behind. I would never put no dollar on you. Okay, I would not pay you because you show greedy for that dollars. You know what I'm saying? That's why probably why you made that apology because you knew you're gonna do a lot of fans who are Latino. Okay, so and you talking about, and like I say, and I would, if I did interview Linda Ronstadt for mixed person, I would definitely ask her um, why does she go to South Africa instead of boycotting? I mean, to be honest with you, besides the Spaniard and the American, she could be Negro too. Okay, I heard that her great yes, hold on, let me bring that up. Yes, while I was going through some internet research about, and I mentioned that's how I found about George Zimmer's great grandfather, the Afro Peruvian. They were saying, I know that I think her grandmother is her dad's side is Mexican, but her great grandfather, something like that, was Afro Mexican or something like that. So I read. I'm not making this up. I'm not putting it out there. That's how I read. Somebody put a comment out there. And one of those mixed race sites that I'll be going and looking at mixed race stuff. So I was like, dang. And I'm not shocked because I mentioned a lot of times that this African slave trade went to Mexico too, okay? And gave some flavor to the music and stuff, okay? Besides the Native American part, they got flavor there too. It's a little Spanish for these, a blend of both. You know what I'm saying? Like the man said like I said, I knew about the African mixture way before Black and Latin America with Mexico, Peru, Black owned cause it with what's his name? Henry Louis Gates Jr. Way before that, okay? Well, ain't there I love Latino culture so much, okay? So especially Mexican culture. So point is, yeah, I read when the man had said in that video that you might not see in their physique, but the blood, the DNA is in them. Okay, it's there. And so, and like I said, I'm very detailed because most just look at the major parts of someone's body, but I do look at features, skin tone, hair texture. I'm gonna look all the, I'm gonna look up and down the time right there. Hold on, make sure up and down. Yeah, I'm gonna look at okay. And like I said, when I saw Selena with them big lips. That's not fake. She ain't inject that, y'all. When she was a little girl, she had them big lips. She ain't put on lip injections. I talked about that before. Oh, she probably got a lip. No, she did not get. No, she didn't. It's all real, all natural. So let's get straight. Let's be real, okay? And I remember by me having my hair straightened and something. You know what I'm saying? I know by when you flat iron or when you put relaxer your hair, you stay straight. The important don't stay straight is your new growth, your hair that's coming out your head. Okay, when it's growing. But when you thermally straight, a hot comb or a flat iron, or iron with a la plancha, as they say in the iron, if you're real iron, you iron your clothes with it, you do a long time before they apply. You throw some water on it. You know what I'm saying? It gonna curl back up. Okay? So when I saw Selena bitty bitty bum bum and it wasn't no curly perm on her head, that was her natural hair curly. She straightened her hair with La Plancha. Okay? And it's not just only in Afro, not only Caribbean Latino culture that done it. Mexican, a lot of Mexican women and girls got their hair straightened with the La Plancha, with the not flat, with the hair flat iron, with the actual iron. I'm not lying, okay? I went to school, and the Mexican girls I know with curly hair, when their hair goes straight, I said, "Hey, how'd you straighten your hair?" And they told me with the iron, and I said, "How do you do that?" Cause I'm used to a hot comb. You know what I'm saying? They hit the they hit the flat iron. Some folks, I mean, like my aunt, she had relaxed hair on my dad's side. She still does. And sometimes when she want to curl her hair or she want to straighten, really get it real straight, she will use we call it a curling iron. Instead of curling it, she just go yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So point is that's how I know. So it's not shocked that she had black in her. I'm not shocked that she do. Okay. When George Lopez DNA test came out, that he had African DNA, so Eva Longoria. I wasn't shocked when I saw on Insta.com when they did DNA. One thing on the video that I talked about Martin Lopez having African DNA. I don't talk about the Spaniard, the European, and American part. But on Insta.com, they actually went in detail and they mentioned. I said, I'm not shocked that dude's a brother. I'm not shocked. Okay, because I read about, look, I mean, if you're a mixed race person, you got to learn a lot about who you are and other mixed race people around you, okay? We have a lot in common. We're multiracial, okay? So that's how I know, and like I say, and then too, about her story, he'll talk about, um, about her, that I'm serious. Blame Hollywood for that because Hollywood done it to a lot of the white stars. Me and them are mixed. Elvis Presley is a Melungeon. Okay, yes. Michael Jackson was married to a white yellow sister. Okay, Melungeons. I talked about that one. Chick Hayes. Excuse me. Terrence Hanks. Terrence Hanks. Tom Hanks. Son. Tom Hanks. Elvis Presley, Eva Gardner, Steve Martin, even Hale Locklear. She's a Lumbee. That's another black-white name mixture from South North Carolina, and she also, I think she's Melungeon as well. Okay, and many Melungeons, and when I say Melungeons, men who do look white. They do cross over and pass for white. You know what I'm saying? So that's not no shot. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and for example, Dolly Parton, she mixed with Cherokee. I remember her, Britt Reynolds, Burt Reynolds. Why he's so acne looking. Who else? I think Willie Nelson mixed with Cherokee as well. A lot of the stars. I mean, I think Miley Cyrus. I think one time they mentioned that her dad mixed with yeah. A lot of them are mixed. Okay, it's not and for saying so that's not nothing new. That's not nothing new. Carol Chaney, she passed for white. She had African DNA. I mean, come on, she mixed with black too. So I mean, that's not new. I mean, Carter Simon. I never thought she was part Latina and part African American. Never thought that Carter. I know she was Jewish, but her mother was part Afro-Cuban, part black and white, and something like that. Yes. And I said, no, well, she had them big lips. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, she had naturally big lips, okay? And she's not allowed to blonde. I saw old pictures of her back in the 70s. So, what's the song Janet Jackson made a remake of that song? You're so vain. You know what I'm saying? You're so vain. And so, okay, yeah. And I saw a picture she had dark hair. I think she was a blonde when I saw VH1 back in the 90s. That she ain't no natural blonde. She dark hair, okay? So, I mean, it's a lot of, and Mark Harley and from the Glee, he mixed up, like yeah, okay. So a lot of them, mixed up, okay. A lot of course African American people are mixed too, okay. So in Hollywood, they try to make you deny who you are, and it's one thing that they do. And if you look more African or look, they try to make you true. You know what I'm saying? I just hate that Hollywood does that. And there's a lot of mixed race people in Hollywood, and some do not want to admit it. Okay, you be shocked when you find out who your celebrities you look up to, and you look and listen to and watch what they mix with. You be shocked. Okay, because America, like I said, because the article I saw that came out I think early this year, last year, They say if you're from America, most likely you're racially mixed. That's true, because we have mixed ancestry. That's what'll make you mix. Without them mixing and have your behind would not be here. You know, it's sad that when someone who breaks school they read it or they get treated like trash, and then we'll go ahead and mention the religion. Okay, well, Jesus mentioned he was the Son of God, he was God, and they treat him like trash too. So, truth hurts to some people. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, Linda Ronstadt, you know, she now says she's part white and part Mexican. You know what I'm saying? And if she, you know, so I mean, I'm just, you know, stop bashing mixed race people. Horror story, okay? You know, you know, so I just, Lord have mercy. When I saw that video, I was disgusted. You can't bring about South Africa. That's the only one thing you can. She said the N word or something. Okay, come on now. I mean, I disagree with her doing that too. But like I say, that's only one incident. Majority of her time, you do see her around. I mean, you seen her. You know, when people African American do everything she had. I think she did work with Aretha Franklin. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that this don't make her no racist, but that's only one thing you can come up with. But we have a long list. You making racist jokes on your show, dude. And I'm glad Chris Bennett cussed your behind out and call you all type of names. Don't let Chris Perez on play. I mean, I'm gonna work with Chris Perez. You know what I'm saying? On his own, he does the guitar. Dang, he like a love version of Santana. Okay, shoot, Latin. Well, yeah, Latin. Jimi Hendrix and I heard Jimi Hendrix is mixed with Mexican. As mentioned up, they say Jimi Hendrix is Cherokee, Irish, black Cherokee, Irish, and Mexican. Okay, that's what I researched back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That that's what he was. And his grandmother was Cherokee. You know, they lived in Canada. Okay, um, so and I gotta see, and he also mixed with Native American too. Andre 3000 played him. Yeah, Andre 3000 is mixed with Native American and black as well. You know what I'm saying? Sana, her birthday was recently. Sana, how you say Sana? You know what I'm talking about? The play, you know, the actress in Chris Brown. I saw that he mixed with Native American. You know, the Jacksons mixed with Native American and white too. Okay, yeah, Michael Jackson. All of them they are. Um, Oprah Winfrey, they mentioned her DNA test. She mixed with Native American and Asian as well. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people in our community, we're not pure African. And I wish we get rid of the bun drop ideology and stop thinking that. Because y'all don't want to please some white racist people when y'all say that. Y'all trying, when they're going to look at you as black, y'all act like they God or something. I acknowledge what they see me as, but I don't go along with it. I'm not their slave. So, and I'm glad this mixed race woman, Linda Ronstadt, came out the closet and said she's multiracial, she's part Mexican, part white, and she, you know, saying, y'all give her, stop bashing her because, and folks were saying, you know, the one caller said because the Mexican people said she finally came with her career. I mean, a lot of okay, even if her career was not soaring, it was not going down, and she said she's part Mexican. Like for example, I would look at Lil Kim, and I remember in 2000, so old, 2006, I think, or 7, Lil Kim finally came out and said she was mixed with Native American. I already knew she mixed, okay? But, I mean, are you going to have Native American people say, well, she finally came out after she went to jail and stuff? No. I mean, remember, in the entertainment industry, you're trying to make money. And some people will do anything in the world just to get that money because they go against the artists of these people in the entertainment industry who are racist. They would lose. You know what I'm saying? For example, you know, when O.J. Simpson was considered not guilty, Dionne Warwick went there and they said that Denzel Washington wanted to come visit him at home, but he wouldn't because he was afraid to lose movie roles due to his association with O.J. Simpson. You know, he'd be blacklisted. Like Monique was saying about Lee Daniels did to her. Um, you know, so that happens a lot. That happens a lot. Um, you know, and he making fun of her weight and stuff, talking about she's fat, talking about she's foreign and I mean, how strong on my nerves. I mean, and like I say, and I like to say, Chris Prince to this day, Selena's husband, still to this day, not like that man. I don't blame him. You know, um, and it's sad that you have, you know, people who are Latino who do look at, you know, who do not look at it, because I don't look at his stuff as a family. I was discussing some of the things I saw to each other a couple of years ago. Like, they come on still do all this. I mean, you know, they had, you know, all this stuff going on. And one thing that was sickening me was that be prepared, y'all. And I was like, how Howard Stern let these dudes that look at Howard Stern, they came on the show and they were butt naked. Listen to this. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm glad they had the censors cover because I don't want to see all that. But it's like you know, like you watch Jerry Springer show, you see all this shocking stuff, you don't condone the stuff, but you like, hey, he's supposed to actually do this. These men, mostly Caucasian, came on the show, flopping they out on pee right there by. I mean, he went close to the men, but they doing a contest who flopped their pee their penis, for a circular time. Howard Stern, I'm serious. Besides the lesbian kiss and stuff, I mean, I was shocked that these women would actually come on the show. Some of them were married, and they did a show, a lesbian hookup. You know what I'm saying? They did all that type of stuff. I'm like, dang. I'm serious. These women were married, and they would sleep with other. I'm serious. Man, I jumped. I was, no, I'm sorry. Woman did that to me. No, I'm sorry. You know, I don't sleep with no dude. You know what I'm saying? Never have. You know what I'm saying? So same way you feel about me, if I slept with a dude, you dump me, I dump you, you sleep with a woman. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it. But the Harry Star was nasty. They had this mixed chick I never saw on there, and she was mixed, so she's a high yellow girl. She meant she was abused, and Harry Star kept telling her, I'm not doing that, because she wanted him to put mayonnaise on her behind and put bologna. I'm serious. I'm watching this whole crazy stuff and like, you know, it's same thing like for example, I don't agree with Thomas your stuff, but I look at it so shocking the stuff he says, you know, it's like dang, you know what I'm saying? So and like I said, Thomas Hill's remind me of the black like Afro Latino version of Howard Stern, should I say? So that's why I'm like, dang. And then from dark skinned sister, she was beautiful. She said she was the next Mariah Carey. And she was trying to beg Howard Stern to give her some money because she came to New York without no money. Her name was Brandy something, and she was trying to sing. She was nervous. She had all. She was, you know, kissing up this man to give her some money. My question is, why if you go to New York to become a star, why you hit on your bread first and then come to New York so you have the ability to live in New York? You know, baby. Yeah, I mean, it's just some crazy stuff I've been seeing on there. So that's some important. Like I say, yeah, to go ahead and bring about the South Africa thing, but and that's one thing I want to mention before I close. White racist people love to do that. You know, when black and brown people try to come together, oh, here saying they said this about this. And they said, oh, never forget, there's a white teacher, he kept bringing up, I'm serious, I'm talking about me, talking about race line. This white teacher that he mostly was like the only white, it was few white people in our class, few white people. Well, no, I don't know. One girl said she's a part Cherokee now, and she do look mixed, she dark hair, dark eyes. She wasn't. She said, I'm not just white. I'm mixed with Cherokee too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I told her that she's mixed. I kept telling the teacher that too. She ain't no pure white girl. So he was blonde hair, blue eye, and he was very corny. This teacher, English teacher mine I had 20 years ago, was very corny. And you know, he would bring up race a lot. And when he mentioned me, I said, so I'm not only just black, I also mix with white and the American too. I consider myself mixed. And one thing I did not like the fact that he would try to stereotype. For example, I had no problem reading black poetry. I don't have no problem, but I had picked a poet because they say pick a poet of your choice. And he started trying to get me to read more about black poetry, like force it down my throat. And I'm like, dude, I had no problem reading that, but I just picked a poetry because I like the poet. You know, the poetry you wanted me to do a report on. He kept bringing about Latino this and that. And he like one time he came in there. This dude upstairs, I wish I had a cell phone in the classroom. We'll do a test, and he gonna pretend like he start speaking Spanish, like, you know, he don't even know how to speak Spanish. But you know, like this, I'm like, and I'm sure these Mexican folks were laughing. It's like, who is this corny weirdo? You know what I'm saying? They probably would say this. Oh, they probably said this, you know, and you know, behind his back. And I think I remember I told you of what happened in my school back 20 years ago, and Christmas will be the 20th anniversary of this woman's death. She was 19, a white woman that went to our school. She graduated in 94. Her mother worked at the home ec home economics. Home economics, home ec, what you want to call it. You know what I'm talking about, the cooking class. And her sister was graduating in '96. So when her daughter got killed by two Hispanic men who are gang members in the East Houston area, by Chattanooga area, I don't know why. I mean, I'm not blaming her daughter for her death, but her daughter, her boyfriend, her homegirl's boyfriend, they all white. They came for a movie, a date. They were doing a double date, and they went to the park at late night. And this was 1995. You know, there will be some gangsters in nighttime. I'm sorry. I mean, this is not the early '80s. Something that was safer. Okay, this is 1995. Okay, so I would not go to the park unless you packing a pistol. Okay, you know what I'm saying? To go to a party that night. So they went to a party that Christmas night, or Christmas Eve or whatever, and that's when she got killed by these two Hispanic men. And they couldn't find out who it was, just like I'm not trying to stereotype, but like in some people in the African American community, you got some Hispanic people who are not gonna be in those get stitches thing, you know what I'm saying? So they never found the man who killed this woman. So he went to Mexico. They went to Mexico, as they say. It's been ready for for laws, and it was trying to find whoever. So we, as a school, we contact what's it called? America Most Wanted. It was America Most Wanted. We also all of us wrote letters to her. And, it's mostly Latino school, okay? So to pick the story up, during the time after she had got killed and stuff, and she had the funeral, the family's washed. We were white, surprised they were white Baptist people. She supposed to be her mother was supposed to be religious, but she was made religious when she wrote that article. And so during the '96, I remember they said her sister had said something bad about the bio program we had, and so in the Dark Channel newspaper in the East Houston, East Harris County area, she wrote an article about immigrants, and she left race out, but three things she said: immigrants in California, Florida, and Texas. That is Latino people. you know, Mexican at the time, it was Mexicans and Central Americans, and maybe Central Americans coming to Texas, California. And you had, now it's Mexicans coming to Florida now, but you had mostly Cubans and Dominicans. Um, Puerto Ricans don't count as immigrants because they're American citizens, but you had, Miami, it's mostly Cuban, and Central America, South Americans coming there, okay? And she made an article very anti-Latino, so a lot of Latinos were upset. They were cussing her out and said this and that, something right. Some Hispanic folks who were racist saying kill all white folks. So I'm like, dang, you know, I'm not going over to kill all white folks there. And like I said, I do claim my mixed background, but I do understand the anger of those who didn't say that. Their anger because I'm a minority too. I don't look white. So if it was two brothers who killed this white woman, doggone well it'll be go back to Africa, digging this and that. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly how I felt. So I felt for the Latino community because we're both people of color. So then there's the white teacher who was there was saying, they talk about black folks too. You know what I'm saying? So just like remember we story this was how this white race people do. They love it when they gain up by a bunch of minorities for making fun of one particular minority, or actually both. In this case, with Howard Stern, they'll pinpoint, well, this person did this, and that was offensive too, and they're hypocrite this and that. Okay, but I have never heard. That's the only first time you ever hear about South Africa, apartheid, Linda Ronstadt. She came on television and said, "I hate black people," even though she got a great grandfather, whoever is Afro mestizo Mexican. Has she came on television and said, "I don't want to work with Arnold, he black, this and that, he might." I think that come on. Has she came on television and my phone. I'm gonna my phone. Has she came on television and say, "Oh yeah, I like my y'all think this and that." Has she came on? No, she has not done none of that. Okay, that's only one incident. But your radio station for years. You kind of tone it down a little bit, but back in the day in the '90s when you was popping up, Mr. Stoner, you was the racist person on there. You said a lot of offensive stuff, and of course you had a lot of white male racist artists because they like to they like to see somebody get away with that. Of course they couldn't get with it. They get their behind beat up for saying stuff you say on television. You say on the air. So and you gonna try to get your little slave master, so kind of slave master, slave, so kind of at your mama to take for you, and she'll stand up for a doggone. I'm serious. I'm not saying all sisters. I said some. Some sisters do this. Okay, they talk about us going with white women and we mix with white, by the way. But they say girls going with white women is that. Some sisters defend their white men before they defend their brother. Okay, I've seen some folks do it. Even though that's why you hear me talking about Sakata and your mama, because I've seen this Sakata and your mama attitude growing up. Okay, so that's the reason. Oh, they'll offend white dude over a black. I mean, I don't care if you light skinned, dark skin, ever. They'll defend that white person, white man, especially white men. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, like, so remember there's a commercial, the Cheerio commercial about the biracial girl. It was African American man and a white woman. The girl was, on Cheerios commercial, and they say it was mostly racist white men and sisters. They're behind Paul, pure black guys, some white DNA in them, going around hating this. But I bet they don't hate scandal. Now I do. I'm sorry. I don't like Scandal. Let me tell you the reason why. It ain't because Kerry Washington is sleeping with a white man. Okay. Excuse me. I love the movie with my second love, Whitney Houston. And I will always love you. I love that movie, Bodyguard. She not playing a typical role. Okay. Race was not mentioned in the movie. Okay. Kerry Washington playing a mistress. Why won't she play the president's wife? Is a white man gonna be no Barack Obama? It's gonna be a pure white man be the president. Why not her be the president's wife? I would respect that. But no, she played a side piece. The top. You know what I'm saying? So and it's like this happened in slave days. You know what I'm saying? Not all came from rape, but there were women who went to sleep with massa, okay, or seduced, okay. Sally Hemings is one of them, okay. Sally Hemings was not raped by Thomas Jefferson. Now, yeah, if it was 21st century law systems, because she was a teenager at the time, it'd be considered rape, but she was consensually with Thomas Jefferson, okay. And they was together for a long time. They went to Paris, France together. And remember, check this out. She was part white. Sally was not pure black. She was part white because her white father, okay, is also Thomas Jefferson's white wife daughter. You know what I'm saying? That's they have sisters. That's some Jerry Springer stuff. It's in America. America probably a religious country. Please, I get tired of y'all saying that this is. I'm sorry, Christian. What? Maybe Christian by faith thinking, professing, but not by walking it. Okay. So I mean, y'all talking about how immoral and gay marriage. I'm not for it either. But y'all, America has been nasty since since we got created. Okay. You can try to put the Bible to cover all that up, but you know doggone well the skeleton clauses. I'm a mixture of that. Okay. I'm a mixture of what happened the white, black, and Native American mixing, and then some of the mixing was not all that pretty, not because of the mixing of the races, but how it happened, okay, by somebody forcing them to sleep with them, okay, due to trying to dehumanize them because they're a person of color. You get my point? So, I mean, there was consideration because, for example, my grandmother, who's part white, on my dad's side, she's part English white from Louisiana and part black. She's married to a name, and I'm saying, but some of that like could be some besides black, white mixing that came from slave master. It could be in Native American and mixed. If my great grandfather was not pure Native American, some white man because the Choctaws were founded by Spaniards. Yeah, they could be something. You know what I'm saying? Mess. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Okay. So my point is, America has been a nasty cesspool since the beginning. Since the beginning. Since the beginning, y'all talk about a religious country, and y'all shocked the stuff you see on television. Oh, please! I imagine if you was in heaven with God, you'd be shocked what was going on back in the day too. Y'all try to cover it up and try to sugarcoat it and make it all Christian. Please. So my point is, going back to the higher story, they love to use. Oh, look what this person did. You know what I'm saying? Or they say something about this and that. For example, they did the same thing with Bustamante in California. Bustamante was in the like a black, like a Latino, Mexican, Chicano version of black nationalism group back in the day. And they were talking about like Mexican KKK. But I never heard of go kill a bunch of white folks, people who are not Mexican. Okay, So it was radical, like a black nationalist group back in the day. Bustamante was running for governor, okay, and Arnold Schwarzenegger had won, and let me because his celebrity status and because he's a white. He's Republican. Bustamante was the Democrat, and I was gonna vote for Bustamante. And I remember on uh, seeing the blogs and seeing all this stuff, black slaves, African black identified slaves, especially from California, who did not like Mexicans, was saying, "Oh, we're not meant for that W, Bob, and that," and they were saying they'll vote for the white man. Well, the white man just cheat your behind out because y'all sitting here and listen to all that stuff they talk about Bustamante, and guess what? Bustamante got the death penalty, and he meant for them doggone Negroes and Latinos. Should I say? So I mean, we don't see a bunch of white men. Charles Manson hadn't been killed yet. Did I hear you guys say Charles Manson? Charles Manson hadn't been killed yet. Well, not the thing on his head. He ain't been killed yet. He's still sitting in jail, sitting in prison. What they took the wheels, got killed. There's a bunch of Latino, and I understand there's racism between the two. You know what I'm saying? They kill each other and stuff, but they sure want them to do that so they can get rid of African American descendant and Latino descendant people in this country. They want to cause us to fight amongst each other. That's why I don't buy into their black and brown fighting bull crap. Okay? Because it's stupid and silly. It's another version of the Weird Lynch syndrome. Okay? So that's the reason why I just said, yeah, okay, whatever she did in South Africa, okay? I ain't heard her say anything negative about black people. She may have took money from the apartheid people, whatever. That's only one incident. But this dude, Hostar, has a track record for being racist and saying stuff. And people dumb enough of color to go on his doggone show and be interviewed. And if I become famous, you would not see me on no doggone horror story show. I'm not taking pictures like Pitbull did. Cuban Pitbull, American Cuban Pitbull took a picture. I saw it on. I said I ain't liking this picture. You know, you're on Facebook. Put like I said, dude, Selena rolled on her grave when you did that. So I'm not gonna sit here. Please, please, okay. Hostar might try. He brushed up his image then because he was gonna lose all that money and he was gonna get some death threats like Thomas Leo's doing right now. Okay. So that's why I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm with Chris Perez. I'm not. No. And like I said, I watch America's Top About. America's Next Time Out. America's, I'm thinking about going there just to become famous. But America's Got Talent because of the people on the show. I ain't watching because of Howard Stern. Just for example, I like Simon, Call Out, whatever dog they want, American Idol. And but I watch it sometimes. Each time I got a little boring sometimes. But when, like I said, when J-Lo, ooh, I love it from J-Lo. Because I love Paula Abdul, but Paula Abdul was getting no offense. I kind of got over Paula Abdul because it was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, when J-Lo was on there, I watched it. Ooh. I love. Ooh, I'm sorry. I love Jennifer Lopez. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. That's my mamacita. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Me going out song. Ooh, I love me some Jennifer. I love me some Jennifer Lopez. And I love me some Mariah Carey too. I will not cheat on Mariah Carey. Ooh, I'm mad at Nick Cannon for that. You know, ooh, I was mad. Miguel was singing that song, "Beautiful." They singing it both in English, they both part Latino. You know what I'm saying? Miguel, the R&B singer, is part Mexican, part black. Mariah Carey, black, white, and Venezuela. You know what I'm saying? Venezuela and the Mexicans, it's Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? So they sung in Spanish. I saw the video. I looked at it like about. He said, "Oh, good Lord, you effing beautiful." I didn't like that part. It was blasphemy. But the rest of the song was and I like Mariah Carey. Then, ooh, she looked good in that video. Ooh, I wanted to be in that video so bad. So I can see, ooh, baby, I love some Mariah. I love it some Mariah Carey. I love that Mama Sita. That Mama Sita Nixon. I love that. Anyway, I mean, take a long hour. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to doctor later on. But still, y'all, I mean, so that's the reason why I'm not supporting Hot Star. I don't buy it, whatever. She did one little bad thing about support, but she got track record doing a bunch of stuff, okay? And you trying to call her a fat B and everything, and she looked good on the show, you know what I'm saying, for a big woman, okay? And I like thin women, but still, she looked good on, so I like her hairstyle and everything, so, you know, so and Robert Quivers, she just been a sellout cooning, some kind of Aunt Jemima for Howard Stern. And like I said, I wouldn't be shocked that he was dating her. I'm sorry, that was the thought to the side. Trying to say, I'm serious. I'm not making some story. That's my own opinion. Okay. You show defending. I mean, was you defending a brother like that? If Howard Stern was a brother, would you defend him? I don't think so. Shucks, I'm serious. These are kind of Aunt Jemima's, y'all. My dog on nerve. I'm just serious. Like, yeah. So I guess when he think about speaking some kind of Aunt Jemima, her, I guess when he fantasizes about jacking out to Aunt Jemima box, he thinking about Robin Quivers. She kissed on his behind so many times and probably do more than that. Let me stop. Y'all, bye bye. Have a nice day.